Hey, thanks for watching my video today. I am Dr. Jeanette DeWitt. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and today I want to show you a little bit of a variation of the runner's stretch for the hip flexors and the hip. We're going to actually combine a couple of movements with this. So to get started, you want to be down on the ground with that, or a yoga mat or exercise mat. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring one foot forward, and you want to put your hands on the inside of that foot, and then you're going to come up. Now, this is the traditional runner's stretch, but what we're going to do is just kind of do hip openers and rock open the hip. So your foot should actually come off the ground as you're rotating. And usually I say you can do about 5 to 10 reps of these. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring that knee down. You should feel a stretch right here. And then you can do the same thing. This is actually a little bit easier than the up position. So if you need to start in this position, I recommend that. From here, we're going to go into a hip flexor stretch. And we're going to start. You want to put your foot down so that the top of the foot is on the ground. You never want your knee to cross over the toes. So you want your foot far enough out. You want to be upright. Squeeze your glutes together. That's going to isolate this hip flexor on this side. So when you do that, if you already feel a stretch here, you're going to stop. This is where you get to go. If this is not enough for you, now we can add this component. Now you should feel more of a stretch. You're still squeezing your glutes together. You're still not letting this knee cross the front of the toe. And if you want to add a little bit more of a balance component, you can bring your arm up. Always recommend, whether it's a hip flexor stretch and there's another stretch for the quad and standing, that you use the opposite hand with the opposite foot. Now gently come out of that and step up, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So the reason you want to use your opposite hand with the opposite foot is it takes pressure off of the cartilage in your knee. And it generally feels a lot more comfortable, and you're not pinching that cartilage. So here we're going to start, hands again on the inside of the foot, and you're going to open up the hip. I'm a little bit tighter on my right side, just traditionally. So we're going to come in and out, and I'm going to start to rock that foot off of the ground. Okay. Now, if you needed to start with your knee down, that's fine too. I haven't discovered an exercise yet that is not modifiable. So pick the selection or the modification that gives you a good stretch, but doesn't give you a strain. That's important. Now we're going to come up into the hip flexor stretch. So again, if you squeeze your glutes, you should feel a stretch along here. Okay, and if that's enough of a stretch, you just get to hang out there. If you're doing these stretches before, let's go ahead to the advanced position. Okay, you should feel a nice stretch. You stay upright, you stay squeezing. Your core should always be tight, drawing that belly button into the spine. And then you can add that balance component. All stretches should be comfortable. You should never be forcing a stretch. So when you start to feel a stretch, that is where you want to stop, and then gently come out of it. Really important not to yank on muscles, pull really hard on muscles. They're delicate, especially if you're doing this after a workout when they're tired. It's all of these are great to do before and after. They really are more for recovery. So if you've had a really hard workout, if you've done high mileage as a runner, these are perfect stretches to do afterwards to help loosen the muscles up and help them recover following that workout. I hope that you find a benefit of these. If you have comments, go ahead and like this and subscribe to the channel, and place your comments in the feed below, as well as share this out. Thanks a lot.